Good evening, Cowboys Nation. Welcome back to your go-to source for all things Dallas Cowboys. I'm your host, bringing you the latest from the heart of NFL action. Picture this. It's Week 7 looming on the horizon, and here in the Lone Star State, the air is thick with that electric anticipation that only football season can deliver. But folks, have you ever wondered what happens when a highly touted rookie steps into the bright lights of AT&T Stadium, only to fade into the shadows? That's the story we're diving into tonight. A tale of unexpected twists in the Cowboys' backfield that's got fans buzzing from Dallas to the far reaches of America's team faithful. Strap in, because this one's got layers, from breakout stars to work ethic wake-up calls, and it's all centered on our beloved boys in silver and blue. Let's kick things off with a headline that's raising eyebrows across the NFC East. The Cowboys' rookie running back, Jaden Blue, has been practically invisible through the first 6 weeks of the 2025 season. Yeah, you heard that right. This fifth-round pick out of the University of Texas, a guy who lit up the Longhorns with his explosive speed and vision, has barely seen the field. In just 2 appearances so far, Blues logged a mere 7 carries for 7 yards. That's 1 yard per tote, folks. If you'd whispered that stat line to any die-hard Cowboys fan back in training camp, they'd probably have bet the ranch that Dallas would be staring down a winless record right now. But here's the plot twist. The team isn't floundering. In fact, they're holding their own in a brutal division, thanks in large part to a veteran who's rewriting his own narrative. Enter Javonte Williams, the powerhouse running back who joined the Cowboys after 4 up-and-down seasons with the Denver Broncos. Man, what a revelation this guy's been. No one in the front office could have scripted this. Williams is exploding onto the scene with the kind of production that's making defenses rethink their game plans. Through 6 games, he's racked up over 600 rushing yards, averaging more than 5 yards per carry, and punched in 5 touchdowns. That's not just good, that's elite territory, putting him on pace for a career-high season that could eclipse his rookie-year highs back in Denver. Remember, this is a player who battled back from a brutal knee injury in 2022, showing that grit and determination that Cowboys fans adore. His vision between the tackles, that burst through the hole, it's like watching a throwback to the glory days. But while Williams is stealing the spotlight, it's coming at the expense of young Blue, who's stuck on the sideline, waiting for his shot. Now, let's dive deeper into this backfield drama. Why has Blue been such a non-factor? Well, it's not just Williams' hot start hogging the carries, though that's a huge piece of the puzzle. Head coach Brian Schottenheimer didn't mince words earlier this season when he publicly called out Blue's work ethic during practice sessions. Imagine that, a rookie with all the talent in the world, but questions swirling about his preparation and drive. Schottenheimer said something along the lines of, "Talent gets you in the door, but hustle keeps you in the game." And boy, does that ring true in the NFL, where every rep counts. Blue, at 22 years old, came into the league with a stellar college resume. Over 1,500 rushing yards in his final season at Texas, where he was known for his elusive cuts and big play potential. But transitioning to the pros? It's a whole different beast. The speed ramps up, the holes close faster, and you've got behemoths on the defensive line like our own Micah Parsons equivalents staring you down. Speaking of Parsons, let's tie this into the bigger picture for the Cowboys offense. Dallas has always prided itself on a high-powered attack, led by quarterback Dak Prescott, who's slinging it to stars like CeeDee Lamb with that pinpoint accuracy we all love. But a balanced run game? That's the secret sauce for playoff success. Right now, with Williams carrying the load, the Cowboys are averaging 120 rushing yards per game. Solid, but not dominant. Blue was drafted to add depth and that homegrown Texas flair, maybe even spell Williams on 3rd downs with his receiving skills out of the backfield. Yet, his limited snaps tell a different story. Is it rookie jitters? Adjustment to the pro scheme? Or, as Schottenheimer hinted, a need for more fire in the belly? Tactically, the Cowboys' zone blocking schemes under offensive coordinator, wait, that's Schottenheimer himself calling the plays, rely on backs who read blocks patiently, then explode. Williams is nailing that, but Blue's 7 yards on 7 carries? That's screaming for improvement in vision and decisiveness. To put this in historical context, let's rewind the tape on Cowboys' running back legacies, because this franchise knows a thing or two about ground pounders. Think back to the iconic Emmitt Smith, the all-time NFL rushing leader who powered those 90s Super Bowl dynasties with his relentless style, 3 rings, folks, and a work ethic that was unmatched. Or Tony Dorsett, the Hall of Famer who dazzled with speed in the 70s and 80s, helping secure that Super Bowl XII victory. Even more recently, Ezekiel Elliott brought that thunder before moving on. Blue was supposed to be the next chapter in that storied line, a local kid from Austin embodying the America's team spirit. Dallas has been dubbed that since the 1970s, thanks to their national appeal and those star-studded uniforms that pop on TV. But history shows rookies often struggle. Remember, even Emmett had a modest start before exploding. Statistically, Cowboys rookies have averaged about 400 rushing yards in their debut seasons over the last decade, but Blue's on pace for zilch if things don't change. Compare that to Williams' Broncos days. He averaged 4.3 yards per carry as a rookie in 2021, but injuries derailed him until now. This resurgence, it's boosting Dallas' win probability by an estimated 15% in close games, per advanced metrics, keeping them in the hunt for the NFC East crown. The NFC East, where rivalries burn hotter than a Texas summer. The Eagles with their gritty defense, the Giants rebuilding with fire, and don't get me started on the Commanders sneaking up. Dallas has owned this division in recent years, but a weak run game could spell trouble come December. Imagine facing Philly's Jalen Hurts in a playoff push without a reliable backup to Williams. If Blue steps up, it could flip the script, adding that dual-threat element that defenses hate. To get some insider perspective, I reached out, fictionally of course, to a few voices in the Cowboys' orbit. Picture this, Dak Prescott in the locker room, flashing that trademark smile, saying, "Jaden's got the tools, man." It's all about seizing the moment. Implications for playoffs? A strong run game pushes them toward a deep NFC run, potentially back to the Super Bowl for the first time since '95. Williams' hot streak buys time, but depth wins championships. Wrapping this up, Cowboys fans, don't count out Jaden Blue just yet. This league is full of comeback stories, and with the passion of Cowboys Nation behind him, anything's possible. Tune in next week as we break down the showdown with the 49ers. Will Blue get his shot? Hit that subscribe button, follow us for more updates, and remember, in Dallas, we don't just play football, we live it. How about them Cowboys?